am Jim LaBruna, and me and my classmates are putting together a interview documentary on the new Common Core standards. Common Core is a controversial topic. I know it is here at Da Vinci. So we have put together a few interviews for you, and let's see what our interviewers had to say. Hey, it's me, Jim LaBruna from the Daily Dragon, and our first interview is with Mr. Evangelist, the sophomore English teacher here at Da Vinci. Mr. E has been affected by Common Core, and let's start our first interview. This is James LaBruna interviewing Mr. Evangelist on Common Core issues, or on Common Core differences. Mr. E, what is your opinion of Common Core?
Well, I mean, you hear a lot of bad things about the Common Core, okay? People are opting out of tests, a lot of people are, against the whole part of especially teachers are against the part of it where they use the evaluations or the test scores on teacher evaluations, things like that, Obviously, that's something I'm really not in favor of. I don't like the whole idea of teachers being evaluated based on kids' test scores. It's a terrible thing, Kids need to be accountable to themselves, and to have teachers to try to be accountable for that, that's just, what if kids having a bad day? That's teacher's fault? If the kid's having a bad day and bombs a test? Okay, that's a terrible thing. As far as what the Common Core asks me to do, okay, as an English teacher, and what I think it asks the English department to do in teaching English and the way that it's changed teaching English at the high school level, personally, I really like it. When they changed the curriculum from the state, now it's state prescribed curriculum that I'm teaching. Second year in a row that I've taught the same curriculum now. But I will say this, last year, as first year that I used Common Core, was the best year of teaching I ever had in my life. Okay? Was the most successful I ever. My kids were better prepared for higher level thinking and higher level writing than anything that I had ever done in the past. So the metaphor was this: if you're thrown into a cage with a full-grown lion, okay, you're going to get gobbled up, okay. But if you're thrown into a cage with a baby lion, you get to know the lion. The lion and you become friends. As long as you're not competing for food, there's a good chance you're going to survive. Until there's that time when you have to start competing for food, and then the lion's going to gobble you up. But all joking aside, you understand the metaphor, right? If you are allowed to evolve with, and take it one step at a time, it becomes much more effective. Much more effective.
Okay, our second interview was by Shelby Jakubik, and she interviewed Professor Spitale from Dewville. And these are his thoughts on Common Core.
Do you feel that Common Core is a good thing?
Do I feel Common Core is a good thing? I feel that the idea of Common Core is good. I feel that it's good for everybody in the entire nation to know certain things, right? Some certain basic things, to have certain skills. But when we, because so many different students learn in so many different ways, it's hard to say, okay, let's all learn this the same way. Let's learn the same skills the same way. Where, students in Iowa have to get up and tend the fields or whatever they're doing out there, compared to us in the city of Buffalo, where we, have to hop on a bus to get where we got to go, as opposed to someone in California who whose classrooms are open, whose hallways are outdoors. There are different schools throughout America, so why are we trying to create the same type of learning and the same type of skill to be taught throughout the nation? You know what I mean?
Yes.
And for the conclusion of our interview documentary, Austin interviewed Kathy Ellis, the algebra and trigonometry teacher here at Da Vinci, and these are her thoughts on Common Core.
Miss Ellis requested that she was not recorded or videotaped. She agrees that Common Core is a good thing. She also agrees that it can be made better if other teachers put extra time into developing it. I didn't say better.
Everyone can agree that Common Core is helpful to students and as they advance in their school careers. However, wide majority believe that Common Core still needs to be worked on, including students like myself and my fellow classmates. But other controversies on the subject are still in discussion. Is Common Core a government scheme to get their hands in state schooling? You decide, and I will see you next week, Daily Dragon.